Hello, welcome to our channel, and in this lecture we are going to start with the new chapter that is known as biological classification. Okay, so this chapter is from the unit 1. Okay, so we are going to start with the lecture 1. These we are going to discuss about two kingdom system of classification and a little bit introduction about this chapter. Okay, so now let us start about our discussion without wasting time. The biological classification means the grouping of organisms based upon the similarities among them. In the previous chapter also we have discussed about the taxonomic categories. So what is meant by taxonomic categories? The grouping of organisms, okay, or classification of the organisms according to their similarities present among the organisms. So if they are 100% similar, we are going to keep them in the species. If they are little bit far similar, okay, little bit far similar, then we are going to keep them in the genus. And if the similarities becomes less and less among the organisms, we are going to keep the organisms in the particular groups in the taxonomic categories. So in the biological classification also, based upon the similarities among the organisms, we are going to do the biological classification. It is a grouping of organisms. Okay, so classification born out of the need to use the organisms. For example, we are going to use the organisms for our benefit purpose. For example, we are going to use the ox and he buffaloes and so on. These organisms are used for the agriculture purpose, and we are going to use the cows for the milking purpose and so on. So these all are the uses. So not only food, but also for the shelter, and also but also for the clothing and so on. So based for the food, shelter, clothing. Food, some animals will give food, some animals will provide shelter. Okay, some animals, it means for the building up of the houses, we are going to use some organisms to bring the materials from one place to another place and so on. It means for the construction, we have used the animals to transport. And clothing, so some animals skin is used as a clothing in the olden days and so on. Nowadays also we are going to use the skin of some organisms to prepare some cloths or fabric, something like that. Okay, not only these three, there are many uses of the organisms. Okay, hence we have to classify the organisms. So earliest attempt of scientific based classification was done by Aristotle. So Aristotle first attempted to classify the organisms based upon the scientific studies. Okay, so by using simple morphological characteristics. So what is meant by morphology? Morphology means external study of an organisms. Okay, for example, if you take the plant, you can what structures you can see just by looking. You can see the uh, leaves, you can see the flowers, and you can see the branches and so on. So these are the morphological characteristics. So if you see the buffalo, you can see the external hair, tail, okay, two horns, and so on. These all are the morphological characteristics of a buffalo, and so on. So based upon these morphological characteristics, Aristotle classified the organisms. So example, if he took the plant, he categorized the plant into trees. Okay, the trees, it means these are the plants which are taller in height and so on. Shrubs little bit small, and also herbs even little bit small. Okay, and so on. These are the classification of the plants into different categories. So then he divided the animals into two groups based upon the animals having the red blood and those do not. Okay, for example, if you take any mammal like human beings, or if you take any buffalo or cow or whatever it may be, so these organisms has a red blood. Okay, blood is red in color due to the presence of RBC. But if you take the cockroach do not have red color. Okay, it doesn't have any red color. So it is the differentiation. So these are the characteristics based upon the presence of red color in the blood and not appearance of red color in the blood. So he divided the animals into two. Okay, this is the two kingdom classification. It is a two kingdom classification. It is the classification of organisms into plants, into kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia, and the system of classification was used by the Linnaeus time. Okay, so we'll discuss a little bit about the two kingdom system of classification. So it is nothing but the classification of organisms into Plantae, kingdom Plantae means all plants are included in the kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. Animalia means all different animals are placed into the kingdom Animalia. Okay, the system of classification was used by the Linnaeus time when the Linnaeus was there. So in those times, these two kingdoms was used. Okay, but the problem with the two kingdoms of classification is it is inadequate. Inadequate due to some reasons. What are those reasons? The first reason is inability to distinguish between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So the problem with the system is that distinguish between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes is a little bit difficult. Okay, that is one of the main problems. Second problem is the unicellular and multicellular. So next, photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic. So such kind of classification of organisms into these categories is a little bit a problem with the two kingdom system of classification. Okay, so not only these, there are many aspects about the system of classification which has the inadequate and little bit problems to classify the organisms. So the classification of plants and animals was easily understood, but large number of organisms did not fall into either category. So there are some organisms they will not fall into the kingdom Animalia, and they do not fall into the kingdom into the kingdom Plantae. It means they will not come into the kingdom Plantae and do not came into the kingdom Animalia. So it is a little bit confusion about the two kingdom system of classification. So what are those reasons? The reasons for such kind of problem distinguish between the two, the placing the organisms into either of category is there are some problems. They are known as cell structure, mode of nutrition, cell wall, habitat, method of reproduction, evolutionary relationships, and so on. So these all are there some reasons why they will not fall into either of category. Okay. So next is the different groups of organisms with different characteristics are unified in the kingdom Plantae based upon the cell wall. So if we take the cell wall only in the two system of classification, if the cell wall is taken, so what are the problems? So what are the problems if the cell wall is taken? For example, the cell wall is present in the bacteria, the cell wall is present in the blue-green algae, cell wall is present in the fungi also, mosses, ferns, gymnosperms, angiosperms. In these organisms, the cell wall is present, but they have different kind of cell wall. That cell wall in the bacteria is different, the cell wall in the blue-green algae is different, fungi is different, mosses, ferns, gymnosperms, and so on. These all are the different character. The composition is different. Even though composition is different, they have placed in the into the one category. Okay, that is in the kingdom Plantae. Why? Because the plants contain cell wall, so hence all the organisms which has a cell wall as placed into the kingdom Plantae. So this is one of the mistake. And next is it brought prokaryote bacteria, blue-green algae, and also all other eukaryotes are grouped together. So this is another main disadvantage. So next is the unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms are placed under the algae, that is Chlamydomonas and also Spirovera. They have placed under the algae. Okay, but they should not belong into that into the algae. Okay, or under the algae. So this classification did not differentiate autotrophic green plants and also heterotrophic group fungi, even the characteristic differences in the cell wall composition. So what is cell wall composition? First of all, we have to discuss about the composition of the cell wall. It means there are some components in the cell wall which make the cell wall. Okay. So for example, if you take the cell wall of the fungi, it is made up of chitin. It means the chitin is present in the cell wall, which is used for the buildup of their cell walls. Okay. Next, green plants. If you take the cell wall of the green plants, it has cellulose, or you can call it as a cellulosic cell wall. Okay, these are the little bit problem in the classification based upon the cell wall and so on. Okay. So this is the reason the two kingdom system of classification is inadequate. Okay, inadequate to classify the organisms completely or perfectly. Hence, to classify these organisms, another system of classification was used, that is known as five kingdom classification. So this five kingdom classification was used to overcome all these problems. Okay, so prokaryotes were placed into the kingdom Monera. Okay, so this is not where, doubly or where. So prokaryotes were placed into the kingdom Monera. Okay, so in the five kingdom system of classification. Next, if we come to the unicellular eukaryotic organisms, they were placed in the kingdom of Protista. Next, kingdom Protista has brought the Chlamydomonas, Chlorella. So earlier this Chlorella was placed into the algae within the plants, and both having the cell walls. Okay. So next, if we come to the Paramecium and amoeba. So in the amoeba, which were earlier placed in the animal kingdom or kingdom Animalia. Okay. So which like it and so on. These all are the benefits after coming the kingdom five kingdom classification. Okay. And the next lecture we are going to discuss about the five kingdom classification by the R.H. Whitaker. Okay. And I hope this lecture is helpful to you, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, like, share, and comment. Provide your valuable suggestions or feedback in the comment section, so that we will know about the things that are required in the channel, or in the providing lectures and so on. Okay, and we will discuss the five kingdom of classification in the next lecture. Okay.